Hello, welcome to my channel, Winged Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. I'm doing a psychic tarot reading for you, tuning into the day's energy, seeing what divine messages of guidance come through. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, what's hidden from the viewer? Thank you. Outcome and advice. Thank you. Alrighty, let's take a look at what we've got here. We've got the King of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse as the overall energy. King of Wands in reverse. This energy feels insecure. They're not taking action because of that insecurity, instability, insecurity, not making moves. Feels like whoever's in this King of Wands in reverse energy is afraid to make moves. Seven of Pentacles in reverse. I'm seeing this as two different ways. We'll find out. Seven of Pentacles in reverse could be that something you've been focusing on is harvest time. Something that you've given a lot of your energy to, your focus, your action towards is paying off. Or that you're realizing, someone's realizing that the juice is not worth the squeeze. And they're pulling their attention, their focus from someone, something. So let's find out. All right, King of Wands in reverse. Who's in this energy? What do we need to know? Coming out as a challenge, we have Seven of Wands and Six of Cups. This does not feel like your energy, viewer. I feel like whoever this is, who's insecure, nervous, that you've got, it feels like family. Six of Cups, family. Someone from your past who treated you less than. This feels like you, and this was the treatment from the King of Wands in reverse, whoever this is, who's nervous. Insecure. Feels like they might be insecure about this dynamic here, how they treated you in the past. It looks like they're challenged. I feel like that, yeah, the King of Wands is these aren't your challenges. It's the King of Wands in reverse. They're challenged by how they treated you in the past and your boundaries. I think you've got healthy boundaries, appropriate boundaries from someone who it feels like you're like, hey, it's really cold in this water here. I'm really miserable. Why are you always ruining things? Why do you have to, well, I'm cold here. I'm miserable. Why do you have to, oh my gosh, it's always something. It feels like you're protesting. You're trying to get them to acknowledge, to see the difference. They just didn't care. Somehow felt like entitled to treat you as less than. So it seems wise that you have boundaries. If someone doesn't care, they don't care what you're saying, they don't care how you're feeling. It took me, I'm laughing, but it took me decades to realize, oh, those people aren't your friends then. Because I was raised in a family where I was given this treatment, I thought that I just felt that was normal. My nervous system was used to people not understanding me, and I just needed to convince them. If I could just convince them, and then they would understand. They know. They knew. I just didn't know that they didn't like me. And so growing up in a household where I did not receive care and I had neglect and mistreatment led to me in my adulthood attracting relationships that mirrored that. I didn't realize that when people behaved in that way, treated me as less than, that just means that they don't care. It doesn't mean that you need to double down and you need to try to convince and chase after. And if I could just say it in a way that they could hear it. No, they understand. They just don't want you to understand. It took me a long time. A long time. I'm laughing because I've done a lot of the healing. Because I spent so much time in my life chasing after people, giving my care to people who just didn't like me. So now I've got healthy boundaries. And this looks like you have healthy boundaries against this person from your past. All right. Page of Pentacles in reverse, Chariot reverse, Knight of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Whoever this King of Wands in reverse is, they can't relearn. They feel very stuck in their mindset, unable to learn things, unable to reconnect the dots and see things from a different vantage point. To the point that this person has like rigid belief systems, very rigid is what I'm getting. Chariot reverse, it feels like they're very stuck. They don't know how to move on. They don't know how to make moves. With that rigid, there's no, boy, feels like someone, my way or the highway. They've got such a limited perspective. Now I'm kind of getting why you've got healthy boundaries against this energy. It feels like they just either everybody agree with my perspective and how I'm seeing things, or you're a problem. Okay, with the Knight of Swords, this is a rushing in energy. Communication, rushing in. There's all this foggy energy. There's not sunlight, which makes me think that this person thinks they know, but they're rushing to conclusions, rushing in. Five of Pentacles, they feel abandoned. They might be having financial issues. What's the communication that... Yeah, it's about finances. And it's about the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. We haven't even gotten to that in the overall energy. Feels like you have turned your back on this person, this energy, pulled your energy. You're not giving to them energetically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. There's some type of money issue here. And they're coming in around this money issue. Lack of money. Let's see what the Seven of Pentacles in reverse is. Why is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse? It looks like you have learned to pull your energy, to stop focusing on people who don't like you, who don't love you, who don't fill your cup. You know, Ace of Cups, when you love yourself, you only give from the overflow. You fill your own cup first, because people who love you, who like you even, don't want you to keep giving until you're completely depleted. But this King of Wands in reverse, it feels like they feel entitled to what's yours. Ooh, But it looks like you're focusing on yourself. You've identified this is not love. Chasing someone, trying to convince them to treat you in the same way they want to be treated. It's not like you want special. You just want to be dry and up where everybody else is. So there's some type of suppression energy. I think you recognize that's not love, that's not caring, and you stopped investing in this person, in giving them anything, your time, your attention. So why is the Seven of Pentacles coming up? Two Swords in reverse. There's been a fog of confusion, but clarity's coming in, some type of new truth, something. What's this truth that's coming to light where there's been a confusion? King of Cups. Who's in this King of Cups? Yeah, okay, the Two of Swords in reverse. There's been confusion in these upper chakras, but now people are seeing Moon card reverses. Didn't mean to show the boobies. Moon card reverse is also what's been hidden. A delusion, illusion has been hidden. Things are coming to light. I feel like, viewer, you are King of Cups. And in the energy, you embody both of these energies. Not looking at astrologically, I'm looking at energetically. Pentacles, base chakra, stability, abundance. You trained your focus. And with the rabbit here, whenever I see a rabbit, I think of multiplication. You know how to multiply that abundance. You know how to train your focus on what you do want. So with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, you realize that by training your focus elsewhere on what doesn't work, who and what doesn't work for you, is smart. There's also this, with the King of Cups, emotional maturity. I think that's what's being seen, that you are emotionally mature, confident, standing out. And there's something about the way this person, this King of Wands in reverse, it feels like they had some type of delusion around you, manipulating the narrative, how people saw you, how they saw you. And it feels like they, instead of trying to convince people, you just took your energy elsewhere. You realize it's a waste of time. But something's coming out. Something, I feel like you're being seen clearly. Not because you've convinced and gone around trying to convince people to see you, but it feels like by your actions, by your inactions with this person. All right, let's look at what's hidden. Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity. It's a seed, so it needs the right environment, the right ground to plant it in, the right light, enough water, nurturing to grow. But there's some new potential. And there's a Knight of Cups in reverse. Someone creating a false illusion around potential. Challenge, Death card coming out as a challenge. This is this King of Wands in reverse energy. I think they've been able to manipulate, create false illusions, delusions around you. It starts by how they perceived you as less than, and felt entitled to treat you as less than. They're challenged by death card, by an ending, a definite ending. And what's the ending? Eight of Cups, walking away from emotional attachments. I get the feeling people are walking away from this King of Wands in reverse. It feels like you, viewer, have walked away from this. Instead of trying to convince this person to change their mind, that was just giving them more of your energy, your power. All right, they don't want you to see this. This card fell on the ground. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This person's broke. I keep seeing that. Financial, it's about finances. And this false illusion that they've felt very comfortable enacting on those false illusions. And they can only see that. They can't make moves. They're unable to move on. They've got a poverty mindset. They might be having financial issues. So what's ending? Wheel of Fortune. Their luck has ended. Their good fortune has ended. And they're challenged. It feels like this person's going through challenging times. And they've got all these false perceptions around you, viewer, around themselves. They're having financial instability. Ooh. All right. And it feels like they're coming in, but they're trying to get into your energy. But with Nine of Wands, you feel protected. Same with the Seven of Wands coming out as a challenge. They can't get into your energy. You're not interested. Five of Wands in reverse. Like, you don't want this fight. You know too much. You've got the clarity and the healing that you need and happiness. And it feels like this person's trying to access your energy. Feels like they might try to... This feels like family. Someone you've known for a long, long time. And it feels like they might be trying to come in off of that despite their incredibly horrible behavior and treatment of you. So why is the Ace of Pentacles? Lovers reversed. It feels like they're coming in with an offer, an opportunity to try to heal this divide, but it's a seed. It's really weird because I feel like this person's broke and needs money, but they're coming in what's hidden. It's like feels like they're creating an illusion, a delusion of an opportunity. It feels like they're trying to hook you in with an opportunity, an Ace of Pentacles, to get you back in. What does the viewer need to know about the Ace of Pentacles? They don't want to fight. Feels like I'm seeing a white flag. Feels like they're trying to create some type of truce. Let's look at that's as much as I'm getting. the outcome and advice, we have the Hanged One in reverse. I feel like you've seen this person enough, like you know too much. All right. Why is the hanged person, the Hanged One in reverse here? All right. Strength card reversed, Justice reversed. And the challenge being the King of Cups reversed and the Ten of Pentacles reversed. I think you've seen this person creates injustices, a lack of fairness, a lack of equality. But now somehow they are coming in. They're feeling insecure about, why are they, it feels like they're insecure about the injustices that they created in the past with you. Their King of Cups reverse. You're showing up as the King of Cups. You've matured emotionally. It can be seen. King energy for me is outward. People can see it. Queen energy might be internal perceptions. I think people can see you are mature. You've healed you've met yourself in deep and profound ways. And with the Moon reversed, Two of Swords reversed, and in the overall energy, I think people see this about you, that you've matured. And this person is challenged by their immaturity. They're stuck in a past perspective. They can't move on from it. And they're really challenged. Ten of Pentacles reverse could be an inheritance, a lost inheritance. All right. It's around finances. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles as a challenge in the outcome and advice. What does the viewer, whoever's watching, need to know about this Ten of Pentacles in reverse? Thank you. The Thievery reversed. A stolen inheritance. Injustice. You might be hearing about this. Hanged Man reverse. Seeing it. Feels like somebody's seeing this. And it's an injustice from someone who's immature, insecure. It feels like this person's very nervous. They felt justified in their poor treatment of you, lack of care in the past, but then this finances, there's something around finances. Stolen, thievery reversed. Tell me about the thievery. What does the viewer need to know about the thievery? Two of Cups reversed. You're no longer communicating with this person. Two of Swords reversed. There was a fog of confusion, and now people are seeing this. I feel like someone stole what's yours, created injustices around an inheritance. It feels money related. Six of Wands, there's a victory. Knight of Wands, taking action. Eight of Pentacles, work, getting to work. Abundance, creating abundance. And Five of Swords. It feels like people are seeing this. I want to double check who gets this glow up and success. It feels like it's the potential here is for a shift. Thievery didn't come out, it came out reverse. So what was stolen, it feels like people are It's a general reading. It's hard to predict, but it feels like there's a public success, a glow up, world building energy, going after what you desire and making it work, putting the work in. It feels like fighting for this. Does the viewer fight for this? What is it? Well, that's interesting the way that popped out. And turned around, it's the Seven of Pentacles, this time upright. If you recall, that's the third time the Seven of Pentacles has shown up. It was in the overall energy, Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Twice. And now in the outcome, in advice, it's upright. It feels like this is about Seven of Pentacles. Someone's taken, feels like those Seven Pentacles are yours. And they're nervous. Someone's being seen. And it feels like, be patient. Luck is changing. People are seeing this. It feels like what it's been stolen is being returned to you, is what I'm getting. So, holy cow. Wow. All right. That's your reading. I hope that was helpful. Take care.